Chosen One, there are no coincidences. You didn't just stumble across this message, it was summoned to you. Delivered at the exact moment your spirit was finally ready to receive it. And now, here you are. Listening, feeling, remembering. Tonight, something extraordinary is happening. Something the world won't see, but your soul will feel. The veil between worlds is thinning. A powerful energy shift is moving through the spiritual realm, and if you're listening to this right now, it means you are part of the few who were chosen to receive it. You've felt the signs, haven't you? Strange dreams, sudden fatigue, emotional waves crashing over you out of nowhere. You're not going crazy. You're not imagining things. This is the divine alignment your soul has been waiting for. This energy that's arriving tonight, it's not meant for everyone. It's meant for the prepared. The ones who have endured pain in silence. The ones who never gave up, even when it felt like heaven had gone quiet. The ones who've been refined in fire and still chose love. You chosen one, this is your sacred appointment. Because when the universe shifts like this, when the frequencies realign and the higher dimensions open, the chosen ones are called into deeper awakening. Gifts you didn't even know you had will begin to surface. Truths you couldn't explain will suddenly make sense. And your spirit will begin to remember who you've always been. This shift is not subtle. It will stir you, break you open, heal you, and elevate you, if you allow it. So right now, I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in through your nose and slowly release it. Let every word you hear in this video settle into your spirit like rain on thirsty ground. Because you are not just watching a video. You are standing at the doorway of divine transformation. And before we go further, I need you to do something bold. If your heart is already tingling, if something deep inside you says, yes, this is for me, then I want you to comment 777 below as a prophetic agreement. Not for me, but for the universe, for God. As your way of saying, I'm ready. I accept this shift. This is more than a message. It's your confirmation. It's the turning point. It's the beginning of a new chapter. So stay with me. What you are about to receive has the power to change everything. Part 1. The sacred timing of this shift. Chosen One. Before you try to make sense of what's coming, you must first understand why it's arriving now. This isn't just a spiritual trend. It's not an emotional phase. It's divine timing. And timing is everything in the spiritual realm. Heaven doesn't move by chance. It moves by alignment. And the fact that you are listening to these words tonight, not last week, not next month, tells me something very important. You've reached a checkpoint in your soul's journey. A moment where the old timeline no longer fits, and the new one is preparing to unfold. But here's the mystery. Most people will miss this kind of moment. They'll brush off the signs. They'll numb the emotions. They'll ignore the strange inner pull that's been growing stronger for days. But you didn't. You felt it. That tug in your spirit. The tension. The anticipation. The invisible signal whispering, something is about to shift. This is not a coincidence. It's what we call a divine appointment. A sacred portal in time. There are certain windows in the spiritual calendar, rare energetic gateways that open only when the celestial and earthly realms align. Tonight is one of them. This shift has been building for some time, but now the energy is peaking. It's almost like heaven is holding its breath, waiting for you to step forward. Have you noticed the change in the air? The restlessness in your sleep? The deep emotions rising without explanation? These are not just feelings, they are spiritual notifications. It's like your soul's inbox has been flooded with unseen downloads. And the message is clear. Get ready. The veil is lifting, and your spirit is about to remember something ancient and eternal. You were never off schedule. You may feel like you've been stuck for too long, like your life has been delayed or off track. But I need you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are right on time. Everything you've endured, the confusion, the heartbreak, the inner battles, has prepared you for this precise moment. God has been orchestrating your journey even when you couldn't see it. That time you felt broken, He was planting something in you. That moment you thought was the end, it was only the turning of a page. That silence you feared, it was sacred space being cleared for your elevation. You see, in the eyes of the divine, nothing is wasted. Not even your waiting. Especially not your waiting. Because waiting isn't empty, it's pregnant with purpose. And now the time has come to birth what's been growing in the unseen. Why you feel so different right now, let me speak to something you may not have put into words. Lately, you've been feeling off, haven't you? Not in a bad way, but in an unsettled way. Like something is shifting beneath the surface, but you can't quite grasp it. You might feel disconnected from your usual routines. You may be more emotional, more introspective, maybe even more distant from people who used to feel close. That's not depression. That's spiritual realignment. Your spirit is responding to a higher frequency. And when your soul starts tuning in to heaven's signal, everything else begins to feel out of tune. That's because the shift is already happening inside you. Before it shows up around you, it begins within. Confirmation in the chaos. Sometimes divine timing doesn't come with fireworks. It comes in the form of disruption. Things that used to work suddenly stop working. Relationships start breaking apart. Jobs become unfulfilling. Old desires begin to fade. And in the middle of all that confusion, your soul starts to whisper, "There's something more." That whisper is confirmation. You're not falling apart. You're being recalibrated. And what seems like chaos is actually a sacred clearing, God making room for what's next. Your soul has been waiting for this. Let's go even deeper. This shift tonight, it's not just for your current self. It's for your entire soul history. Before you were born, your spirit made agreements. It chose this timeline. It knew what would be required, and it chose to walk this path anyway. Because deep down, your soul knew that a moment would come. A night like this, when the veil would lift and the ancient calling would echo once more. And now, it's here. So I invite you to pause right now and reflect. Can you feel the truth of these words in your body? Is there a quiet knowing in your chest, your gut, your spirit? If so, then this is your moment, a sacred inflection point in your journey as a chosen one. Tonight isn't just about what's coming. It's about who you're becoming. You are being summoned into a higher version of yourself, not because you're perfect, but because you're willing. Willing to grow, to heal, to rise. And so we begin, with reverence, with faith, with full hearts. Let's prepare your spirit for what's about to unfold next. Because part 2 is where we dive into the real signs, the spiritual and physical indicators that this energy shift is already flowing through you. You've felt it. Now let's name it. Let's continue. Part 2. Signs you're feeling it already. Chosen one. You've likely noticed it already. The shift is not something waiting to happen. It has already begun. Even before you found this message, the signs were speaking. Whispers in your atmosphere, flickers of knowing in your body, a subtle awareness that something unseen was drawing near. This part of your journey is about recognizing what's already happening, because awareness activates alignment. So let's name the signs that this sacred energy shift is already touching your spirit. 1. A restless soul with no clear reason. Lately, you may feel like you can't settle. You're not depressed. You're not anxious. but something in you feels stirred. You're restless, but not because you're lost. You're restless because your spirit is waking up. There's a divine discontent growing inside of you. The things that used to satisfy you don't anymore. The routines, the conversations, the old dreams, they feel too small now. That's not failure. That's awakening. Your soul is preparing for expansion. When you feel this spiritual friction, understand, it's not punishment. It's preparation. Heaven is stretching your spirit to match what's coming. 2. Physical sensations. Without logical explanation, you may be experiencing sudden shifts in your body. Tingling in your hands, feet, or spine, heat rising through your chest, waves of energy during quiet moments, fatigue followed by bursts of clarity, pressure around the forehead or heart. These are not random. They are energetic recalibrations. As divine energy begins to pour into your field, your body, the sacred temple of your soul, must adjust to hold more light. This process is sometimes intense because your nervous system is learning how to carry frequencies it's never felt before. So if your body feels off, breathe. It's not breaking, it's activating. 3. Emotional surges and sudden tears. Maybe you've cried recently, for no reason at all. Or maybe you felt joy, then sadness, then peace, all in 1 hour, all in. This emotional roller coaster is not a flaw, it's a release. When powerful energy enters your system, it pushes out everything that no longer serves you. Old memories, old grief, emotional pain you buried to survive. Let it rise, let it pass through. These feelings are sacred. They're not setbacks. They're your soul cleansing itself. You're making space for the higher version of you to enter fully. 4. Time. Feels different. One of the earliest signs of an energy shift is the distortion of time. Minutes feel like hours. Hours disappear in seconds. You may feel like you're walking between dimensions, like you're here, but also somewhere else. This is a normal part of spiritual awakening. Why? Because time is a construct of the physical realm, but your spirit exists beyond it. And when your soul starts to sync with divine frequencies, linear time bends. You begin to feel moments more deeply, as if they carry eternal weight. That's because they do. 5. Synchronicities are multiplying. You keep seeing repeating numbers. You hear a word in your heart, then see it on a billboard. You think of someone, and they call you. You ask the universe for a sign, and it arrives within hours. This is the language of spirit. God speaks in signs, not always in sentences, and synchronicity is confirmation that you are aligned with a higher path. Every sign is heaven's way of saying, you're not imagining this. You're exactly where you're meant to be. So when the signs appear, don't second-guess them. Say thank you. Receive them with reverence. They are proof that the energy shift is real and active. 6. Vivid dreams and spiritual messages. Your dream space may be becoming more intense, more vivid. You're dreaming of people you haven't seen in years. You're visiting places that feel familiar, but aren't of this world. You're receiving numbers, visions, or direct guidance during sleep. Why? Because your subconscious is being used as a sacred space for downloads. The veil between dimensions is thin during this shift, and spirit often speaks more clearly when the mind is at rest. If this is happening to you, journal your dreams. Ask God to bring clarity. You're being taught while you sleep. Don't miss the lessons. 7. Craving solitude, silence, simplicity. Another major sign? You want to be alone. Not because you're antisocial, but because your soul is tired of noise. You're yearning for deeper stillness. Nature calls to you more. Quiet moments feel more nourishing than crowded rooms. That's not isolation, it's integration. Your spirit is creating sacred space to absorb this energy shift. Let yourself withdraw if needed. Solitude is not loneliness when you're in the presence of the divine. 8. A sudden desire to purify. You've probably been drawn to clean your space, to detox your body, to cut ties with toxic relationships or habits. That's because the energy coming in cannot reside in clutter, physical, emotional, or spiritual. Your spirit knows what must go. You don't need to overthink it. Trust the urge to simplify. Let go. Make room. The new can only enter when the old is released. 9. A deep sense that something big is about to happen. Maybe you don't know what. Maybe you can't explain it. But something in your soul knows. Something is coming. That inner knowing? That's your spiritual compass. It's God's whisper in your intuition. It's the divine letting you know, get ready. What's next is sacred. So don't let logic talk you out of it. Don't let the opinions of others dilute your certainty. When your soul speaks, listen. Because what you're sensing isn't fear, it's prophetic alignment. Chosen one. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are activating. And everything you're experiencing, no matter how strange, is proof that the divine energy shift is already flowing through you. You're not late. You're not imagining things. You're being awakened. So as we move into part 3, we're going to go deeper to understand the purpose behind this energy, why it's coming now, and what it's calling you to become. Let's continue. Part 3. The purpose behind the energy shift. Chosen one. By now, your spirit is already responding. The signs are undeniable. The atmosphere around you is charged. But here's the deeper question. Why? Why now? Why this surge of divine energy? Tonight? Why is your soul suddenly being stirred awake after years of silence? It's not random, it's not luck, it's purpose. There is a reason this energy is flooding into your life at this exact moment. And it's far more significant than you might realize. This is not just about feeling better. This is not about a momentary spiritual high. This is about destiny. The energy shift tonight is here to awaken you into your divine assignment. You are a bridge between heaven and earth. The chosen ones were never meant to live like everyone else. You were never meant to just survive, clock in and clock out, live and die quietly. You were born as a channel, a bridge between worlds, a vessel through which divine light and wisdom can pour into the world. This energy shift is heaven reminding you, you were sent here on assignment, and now it's time to remember what you came for. That inner restlessness you've been feeling? That hunger for something more? That's your soul recalling its true origin. You don't belong to this world. You belong to something far greater, and that greater is awakening inside of you now. Activation of dormant gifts. Here's what most people don't understand. You've carried gifts your entire life, spiritual gifts, but many of them have been sleeping, waiting for the moment to be activated. This energy shift is like a key turning in a lock, a divine ignition. And once turned, you'll begin to access abilities, insight, wisdom, and peace that once felt out of reach. Some of these gifts may surprise you. Deep intuitive knowing, prophetic dreams, healing hands, spiritual discernment, creative genius that seems to come from nowhere, unshakable peace in chaos. These are not new to you. They are original to your soul. You're simply remembering them. Your trials were never random, everything you've gone through. The heartbreak, the isolation, the losses, the confusion. It's all been training. That pain didn't break you. It refined you. God has been shaping you behind the scenes. While others were living loudly, your growth was happening quietly, in hidden places. in late nights when no one saw the tears, in conversations you didn't understand until years later. Why? Because a chosen one must be prepared to carry light in dark places. And now that the light is ready to shine through you, the shift has begun. Divine timing, divine assignment, chosen one. You are not waking up just for yourself. This isn't only about your healing. It's about your assignment in the greater spiritual plan. The planet is shifting. Humanity is reaching a spiritual crossroads, and heaven is calling its messengers to rise. That includes you. This is why you're being stirred. This is why your dreams have become heavier, your intuition sharper, your soul more sensitive. You are part of a collective activation, a rising of light bearers, healers, truth tellers, creators, and warriors of peace. And your presence in this exact moment of history is no accident. You are a puzzle piece in a divine masterpiece. You are not who you were. With this energy shift comes a letting go. Letting go of old labels, false identities, outdated mindsets. You are not the version of you who merely survived. You are stepping into the version of you who will thrive in divine purpose. Your identity is being rewritten in real time. The energy flowing tonight is here to cleanse the spiritual residue of the past, to release the trauma and awaken the truth. Who you used to be is dissolving, so who you truly are can emerge. You're being called to remember. You don't need to find your purpose. It's already written in your soul. The shift is just helping you remember, to see clearly what's been clouded, to feel deeply what's been numbed, to reclaim boldly what's been hidden. The answers you've been searching for, they are not out there. They are within. And as this energy unlocks new levels of awareness, you'll begin to make sense of your past, see patterns you couldn't before, recognize spiritual gifts you once doubted, feel drawn to people, places, and missions aligned with your higher self. This is not coincidence. This is divine design. Your role in the collective awakening, here's the bigger picture. The energy shift is not just a personal event. It's a global one. As you awaken, others around you will begin to shift. Your presence will trigger healing in your family, your community, your lineage. Your light will illuminate hidden truths in others. Your voice will carry power, even in silence. This is how the collective rises, one awakened soul at a time. And this is why you had to go through what you did. To understand pain, so you could bring healing. To be humbled, so you could walk with wisdom. To be broken open, so you could carry the light without ego or fear. This is the purpose of the shift. So what is the purpose of this energy? To wake you up, to realign you, to purify you, to position you, to elevate you. It is divine intervention wrapped in vibration, a sacred stirring that says, enough delay, enough doubt, it's time to rise. This shift is heaven's way of accelerating your growth and guiding you into your true calling. And when you embrace it, fully, openly, boldly, everything changes. Not overnight, but deeply, permanently, and beautifully. So now that you understand why this energy has come, we must go deeper. Because the next question is, what do you do with it? How do you prepare for something this powerful? In part 4, we'll walk step by step through what you must do tonight to open, protect, and align yourself for this divine transformation. The shift is happening, and you are ready. Let's continue. Part 4. What you must do tonight. Preparing for the shift. Chosen one, now that you understand what this energy shift is and why it's here, the question becomes, how do you prepare? Because this isn't something you can just think about. This isn't a shift you passively receive. It's something you align yourself with. What happens tonight is deeply spiritual, but it requires your participation. You are not a bystander in your destiny. You are a co-creator with the divine. So, in this part, I will walk you through sacred practices and preparations, spiritual steps to help you open fully to what's coming tonight. 1. Clear your physical space. Energy moves most powerfully through a clear vessel, and that includes your environment. Tonight, before the energy shift peaks, take time to physically clear your space. That means decluttering your room or space where you'll rest tonight. Burning sage, Palo Santo, or lighting incense if it aligns with your practice. Opening a window or door to invite fresh air and allow stagnant energy to leave. Wiping down surfaces with care and intention. Why does this matter? Because everything around you holds energy. Old papers, dusty corners, clutter, they trap vibration. A clean space isn't about aesthetics, it's about spiritual receptivity. You're creating a sanctuary where the energy can move freely, a sacred space where heaven can meet you without interference. 2. Light a candle or set a visual anchor. Light is a symbol of divine presence. Tonight, consider lighting a single candle or lamp and placing it near you as you prepare to receive. This isn't just about light in the room, it's a ritual of intention. As the flame flickers, speak your truth aloud or in your heart. I welcome divine light into my home, into my heart, into this moment. Let this simple act serve as a physical anchor that reminds your spirit. The shift is here. You are ready. And light surrounds you. 3. Speak protection over yourself. This kind of shift doesn't come without resistance. When light rises, darkness often tries to linger. That's why spiritual protection is not optional. It's essential. Speak words of divine authority aloud tonight. Say, I am divinely protected and shielded by light. Only love and healing may enter my energy field. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. These are not just words, they're spiritual shields. Your voice has power. When spoken with intention, your affirmations become frequency-based boundaries in the unseen realm. And as you declare protection, visualize golden light surrounding you, flowing from above, sealing you in safety and love. 4. Ground yourself in stillness. This energy is high frequency. It's intense. It can make you feel floaty, disoriented, even overstimulated. That's why grounding is important. Take a few minutes to sit in silence. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. Hold. Then breathe out. Visualize your body like a tree. Roots extending from your spine deep into the earth. With every breath, imagine yourself anchored, held, supported. This will help you remain centered as the energy flows through your system. You are not meant to be swept away. You are meant to carry this energy with clarity and peace. 5. Set your intentions. This is one of the most powerful things you can do tonight. The shift is not random. It responds to intention. What do you want to release tonight? What are you ready to receive? What does your soul long to become? Grab a journal or piece of paper and write, I am ready to let go of. I now open myself to. I call in. Be specific, be bold, be honest. You are not begging the universe. You are aligning with it. Setting intentions is a sacred act of co-creation. It shows heaven you are not asleep. You are awake, engaged, and willing. 6. Let go of control. Here's the truth that humbles us all. You cannot force this shift. You cannot perform your way into alignment. You must surrender. Surrender is not weakness. It's wisdom. It's saying, I trust the divine to do what only it can do. After you clear, protect, and align, release the outcome. Say, I surrender to divine timing and divine unfolding. I don't need to know how. I only need to trust that it is done. This shift will move in ways your mind can't predict. Let it. Don't fight the current, flow with it. 7. Embrace the emotions that arise. During and after this shift, your emotions may fluctuate. You may feel joy, then sadness, peace, then release. Tears may come without warning. This is not a breakdown. It's a cleansing, a sacred detox of the soul. Don't judge what comes up. Don't resist it. Feel it. Honor it. Let it pass through. You are being purified, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. The more you allow it, the more powerfully the energy can work in you. 8. Rest, reflect, and receive. Once you've prepared, rest. Lie down. Close your eyes. Play calming music if it helps. Let your body receive the energy. You may fall asleep, and that's okay. Sometimes the most powerful downloads happen while you sleep. Trust that what needs to be activated will be. Trust that what you're meant to receive will arrive. Then tomorrow, journal what you experienced. Even if you didn't feel anything, write what came up emotionally or spiritually. Because often the shift begins in silence and reveals its fruit in the days ahead. Chosen one, tonight is not just a night. It's a portal, a threshold, a beginning. By preparing your space, your body, and your heart, you are stepping into alignment with a divine move of God that will echo through your future. Let this be your confirmation. You are ready. You are protected. You are chosen. In the next part, we'll explore the effects of this shift, what changes you'll begin to see, how your life will start to feel different, and the signs that this transformation has taken root. But for now, breathe, trust, surrender. The shift has already begun. Let's continue. Part 5. What happens after the shift? The transformation begins. Chosen one, now that you've prepared your spirit, your space, and your heart for the sacred energy that is flowing, you may be asking, what happens next? How will I know this shift is real? What will change? Let me tell you something truthfully and simply. Everything will change, but not all at once. This is not the kind of change that makes headlines. It's the kind that quietly rewires your soul, reorders your thoughts, and reawakens your purpose. You won't just feel different, you will start to become someone new, someone truer. Let's walk through what happens after the shift, what you can expect, and how you can honor this divine transformation as it unfolds within you. 1. A heightened sense of awareness. You may wake up tomorrow and notice things more deeply. The colors in the sky, the emotions in others, the sounds of nature. It's like the world becomes sharper, clearer, more alive. That's not imagination, that's activation. Your spiritual senses are being heightened. You're no longer operating solely from your physical body. You're moving from your spirit body now. You're tuned in to a higher frequency, and because of that, you will see more, feel more, know more. This isn't always comfortable. Sometimes it can be overwhelming at first. But trust this, you are not too sensitive. You are spiritually aware, and that awareness is a gift, a compass, a mirror, a power. 2. Emotional clarity and inner peace. One of the most beautiful results of the shift is this: clarity. You will start to feel a deep inner calm, even when outer circumstances remain chaotic. Where there used to be anxiety, you'll feel a stillness. Where there was confusion, understanding will start to rise. This doesn't mean life will suddenly be easy. It means you will be anchored. Storms may come, but you'll no longer be shaken the same way. Because the peace you're cultivating isn't circumstantial, it's spiritual. It's peace that passes understanding. The kind of peace that tells your soul, I am held, I am guided. I am safe. 3. Shedding old patterns and limiting beliefs. As the shift takes root, you'll begin to see through illusions. Habits you once justified. Beliefs you once clung to. Identities you wore to survive. Suddenly, they no longer feel like you. You might find yourself saying, I don't want to be around this energy anymore. That used to define me, but it doesn't anymore. I can't stay where I've been. I have to grow. This is not rejection, it's evolution. The energy you received is illuminating what no longer aligns with your higher self. You are not becoming someone else. You are returning to who you truly are. That means releasing fear-based mindsets, people-pleasing, false humility, scarcity thinking, unhealed trauma responses. Let it fall away. The real you is rising. 4. Creativity, vision, and inspired action. You may suddenly feel more creative than you've felt in years. Ideas flow easily. Solutions come naturally. Art, writing, movement, innovation, it begins to pour out of you. This is one of the clearest signs that the energy shift has taken root. Divine creativity awakens. Why? Because spirit creates. And when your energy is aligned with the divine, your spirit begins to reflect its source. You're not just making things, you're channeling purpose into form. So if your hands are itching to build something, if your heart is pulling you toward new ideas, follow that inspiration. Your creativity isn't just a hobby now, it's part of your assignment. 5. Relationships. Shift and realign. This one may surprise you. After a major spiritual shift, some relationships may begin to change. You might notice you're less drawn to people who drain you. Certain friendships start to feel out of alignment. You attract new souls who speak your language, who just get you. That's not a coincidence. It's vibration. You are moving into a higher frequency, and not everyone is willing or able to go with you. Some connections were only meant to exist in the previous chapter of your life. Honor what was, but don't be afraid to outgrow what no longer serves your highest path. And know this: as you rise, your soul tribe will find you. The ones who recognize your light without needing to dim it. The ones who are rising with you. 6. Accelerated synchronicities. You'll begin to notice it more and more. The right person shows up at the right time. The book you need finds its way into your hands. Numbers like 111, 222, 777 begin to appear. You think of something and it manifests. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations. Proof that you're in alignment with divine flow. The more you trust, the more they'll multiply. Let them be a source of comfort. A reminder that you are not walking this alone. You are walking in rhythm with a sacred plan. 7. A pull toward purpose and impact. Perhaps the most life-changing effect of this shift is this. You will no longer be satisfied with a life that isn't aligned with your calling. You'll feel the urge to help, heal, teach, create, lead, serve, uplift. You won't want to sit on the sidelines anymore. You'll want to do something meaningful. Because your spirit now remembers you were sent here to make a difference. That difference doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be global. But it will be impactful, even if it starts with one person, one moment, one act of love. Chosen one. The energy shift you've experienced is not temporary. It's a permanent awakening, a realignment with your purpose, a divine reboot of your spirit. Don't rush it, don't doubt it, don't shrink back from it. Let it unfold in divine timing. Let it shape you. Let it lead you. In Part 6, we'll explore what not to do after the shift, how resistance can block your growth, and how to protect the sacred changes unfolding within you. But for now, remember, the shift has begun, and so has your becoming. Let's continue. Part 6. What blocks the shift? The danger of resistance. Chosen One, now that you're aware of the sacred shift unfolding within you, it's time we talk about something many overlook: resistance. Because the truth is, not everyone who receives the call accepts it. Not everyone who hears the truth embraces it. Not everyone who feels the shift follows through with it. And the reason? Resistance. Sometimes it's subtle, other times it's loud. But resistance, spiritual, emotional, or mental, can delay or even block the transformation that this divine energy is trying to create in you. So let's talk about what resistance looks like, why it happens, and how to let go of it, before it steals what was meant to elevate you. 1. Fear of change. Let's begin with the most common resistance of all: fear. Spiritual awakening is beautiful, yes, but it's also unfamiliar. And anything unfamiliar can trigger fear. You may be thinking, what if I lose everything I'm used to? What if people don't understand me anymore? What if I don't know who I am without the old story? These fears are valid, but they are also limiting. Fear tries to keep you comfortable, even if your comfort zone is filled with pain. It tells you to stay where you are, to shrink, to settle. But Chosen One, you weren't sent here to stay small. You were sent here to rise. Don't let fear trick you into rejecting the very shift that came to free you. 2. Trying to control the process. Another form of resistance is control. The ego wants certainty. It wants a step-by-step manual. But spiritual awakening doesn't come with one. The divine doesn't work by your deadlines or your logic. It works by alignment, surrender, and trust. So if you catch yourself trying to analyze every sign, micromanage every feeling, demand instant clarity, a pause, remember this truth: you don't need to understand it all to trust that it's real. You didn't call this shift in. Heaven did, and heaven knows exactly what it's doing. 3. Dismissing what you feel. One of the biggest mistakes people make after a shift is this: they invalidate their own experience. They feel something powerful, then immediately say, maybe I imagined it. Maybe it's not that deep. I'm probably overthinking. No, you're not. That's your old programming trying to pull you back into the familiar. That's the part of you that's been taught to doubt your own wisdom. But tonight and every day after, you must honor what you feel, because your intuition is one of the primary ways Spirit speaks. If something moves you, trust it. If you feel led to change, follow it. If your soul whispers yes, while your mind screams wait, listen to the yes. 4. Clinging to the old. Sometimes we say we want change, but deep down, we're still gripping the past. We want to move forward, but we're afraid to let go of the relationship that's already ended, the job that no longer aligns, the belief that used to protect us, the version of us we outgrew long ago. Here's the hard truth: you cannot carry the old into the new. The energy that's rising within you is incompatible with what no longer serves your purpose. Letting go doesn't mean you dishonor your past. It means you trust that your future is worthy of the release. 5. Avoiding solitude. After the shift, your spirit may crave stillness, silence, time alone. But if you resist that, if you distract yourself with noise, busyness, or people who drain you, you'll miss the messages trying to reach you. Solitude is sacred. It's in the quiet that revelations come. It's in the pause that insight is born. It's in the empty space that Spirit fills you with something new. Don't run from yourself now. You're not alone. You're being reintroduced to your higher self, and that reunion deserves your full attention. 6. Overthinking everything. You may find yourself thinking, what does this mean? What should I do next? Am I making a mistake? Is this really God? This is your mind trying to protect you. But in spiritual matters, your mind cannot lead. Only your spirit can. This shift didn't come to be dissected. It came to be received. And if you stay in the realm of logic too long, you'll miss the movement that's happening beyond it. Don't try to solve this like a puzzle. Live it. Breathe through it. Let it show you the way, moment by moment. 7. Ignoring the signs. The energy shift isn't just something you feel, it's something you see all around you. Synchronicities, conversations, dreams. Even discomfort or disruption can be part of the message. But if you ignore these signs, if you write them off as coincidence, you'll delay what was meant to come easily. Chosen one, God is speaking to you through everything. Don't dismiss the divine because it shows up in ordinary clothes. Stay alert, stay open, stay responsive. 8. Resisting the call to purpose. Perhaps the greatest resistance of all is this: feeling the shift, but refusing to rise into your purpose. You feel it inside you, the pull, the calling, but the fear of stepping up holds you down. You say, "I'm not ready. I'm not qualified. I'm not spiritual enough." But what if I told you, you're not chosen because you're perfect. You're chosen because you're willing. Willing to try, willing to grow, willing to say yes when everything in you wants to stay hidden. Heaven doesn't call the qualified, it qualifies the called. And you, chosen one, are being called right now. Don't run from it, don't resist it, step into it. How to release resistance. So what do you do if you feel resistance rising? You don't shame yourself. You don't force yourself. You simply breathe and surrender. Say, "I allow this transformation to unfold in me. I release all fear, doubt, and delay. I trust the divine flow of my awakening." Resistance dissolves in the presence of trust. It cannot survive in a heart that surrenders. Chosen one, this moment is sacred. This shift is real, and your willingness to move with it, not against it, will change everything. In the next part, we'll explore the collective impact of your awakening, how your rise affects the world around you, and why your role is more important than ever before. But for now, release the grip, exhale the fear, and let the shift do what it was always meant to do: transform you. Let's continue. Part 7. Your awakening is the world's awakening. Chosen one, you've walked through the signs, you've prepared your spirit, you've welcomed the shift. And now you understand. This transformation is not just about you. It's about what's being awakened in the world through you. Let that sink in. Your personal spiritual awakening is a catalyst, not just for your healing, but for the healing of others. You are part of something bigger, wider, deeper than you may have ever imagined. You are part of a global shift. The earth is changing. You feel it. The old systems, fear, division, manipulation, are cracking. Truth is rising. Light is breaking through. This shift is cosmic. It's collective. And the chosen ones, you, have been activated to help usher in a new frequency of living. You were born into this generation, on this timeline, not by accident, but by assignment. This is why you couldn't stay asleep, why you've always felt like you didn't fit, why your soul resisted settling for what the world called normal. You weren't made to blend in. You were made to light up. Your light will awaken others. Whether you realize it or not, your energy affects others. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere changes. When you speak from a place of truth, people listen, even if they don't know why. When you live in alignment, others begin to question the parts of themselves they've ignored. That is no small thing. That is divine influence. Your awakening is a signal to the souls around you. It's safe to wake up now. It's safe to feel. It's safe to heal. It's safe to rise. This is how collective consciousness elevates. One awakened soul at a time, like candles lighting one another, until the whole world glows. You are a guidepost in the darkness. Many people around you right now are confused, lost, spiritually numb, emotionally overwhelmed. They don't know how to name what they're feeling, but you do. You've walked through it. You've survived it. You've awakened from it. That means you have a responsibility, not to fix everyone, but to be a light. You don't have to preach. You don't have to convince. You just have to live aligned. And your very life. Healing is possible. Peace is possible. Wholeness is possible. You are not alone. This is what it means to be chosen. Not superior, not perfect, but available. Available to be a vessel. Available to be a guidepost. Available to reflect heaven to a hurting world. Your growth becomes someone's breakthrough. Every time you choose healing over hiding, every time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, every time you choose purpose over people-pleasing, you're making it easier for the next soul to do the same. Your growth is not selfish. Your alignment is not indulgent. It's leadership. There are people you haven't met yet who will thank you one day for not giving up, for doing the inner work, for choosing to rise, because your evolution gave them permission to begin their own. This is the age of awakening. We are in a sacred time on Earth, an age of great awakening. Old paradigms are falling. New light is pouring in, and God is raising up individuals across the planet to hold that light. Not in temples, not in palaces, but in everyday lives, in neighborhoods, in online spaces, in quiet moments with strangers. You are one of those individuals. And tonight, this shift is not just a sign, it's a summons. To rise, to live awakened, to walk with purpose, to lead by example. Because as you awaken, so does the world. Chosen one, you are no longer just a seeker, you are a beacon. Your journey matters, your energy matters, your light matters. Let the world feel it. Let heaven move through it. Let the shift ripple out from you and touch everything you were sent here to impact. You're not doing this alone. The others are rising too. The chosen ones are being called from every corner of the earth. Together we are lighting the path forward. And the shift, it's just the beginning. Let's move into the final part of your journey, the sacred art of sustaining your awakening. Because after the rise comes alignment. Let's continue. Chosen one. You've felt it. You've received it. You've remembered what your soul always knew. You were made for this moment. This energy shift isn't just an experience. It's a divine invitation, a sacred turning point, a new chapter that begins now. You've walked through the signs, the preparation, the transformation, and the collective purpose. And now, it's time to live as someone who has awakened. You may not have all the answers yet. You may still feel unsure or emotional at times. That's okay, because transformation is a process, and you are right on time. Let yourself evolve. Let your spirit lead. Let your light shine in ways you've never dared before. And if no one has told you lately, I'm proud of you. Heaven is proud of you. The fact that you're still here, still open, still listening, that's proof that you are chosen and you are ready. So stay alert, stay grounded, stay faithful to the calling rising in your soul. Because what's coming next? It will require everything you've become, and it will bless you in ways you never saw coming. If this message confirmed what your spirit already knew, comment 777 below as your agreement with the divine. Like this video if your soul was stirred. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss what's meant for you. This is just the beginning, chosen one. The path ahead is filled with light, purpose, and divine encounters. Now rise. You are ready. and the world is waiting for your light. End of video.